I used to be a school teacher, and then I became a recruiter of teachers. So for about 10 years, I was recruiting school teachers to work in the UK. If you think about what your 10,000 hours of expertise is in, for me, it's hiring. Hiring is definitely the thing I get the most fired up about. A lot of times when people start these cleaning companies, they start with the clients. The client's always right. Actually, let's start with the cleaners. That's the game changer. The majority of the people that you're going to be hiring are going to be millennial or Generation Z, which is coming up right behind them, or Gen Z, as you would say in America. So, what do they value? They value three things: transparency, communication, and speed. Now, if you're Gen X like I am, or you're a boomer, you're going to notice this is a very different way of viewing work. And it's really important that you understand this because it does impact every single decision that you're about to make. So, where are cleaners going to look when you're first starting out? Well, what's the number one job board in the world? Indeed. I have no financial benefit in telling you that. It is simply the way it is. Indeed is the number one hiring platform in the world. So I'm not going to waste time on all the other platforms. I'm only going to spend my time on Indeed. We're going to go there first. So let's go to Indeed. The far right-hand side, you're going to see employers post job. I'm going to just log in as our company and show you how I would write an ad today. My magic formula is to post on a Monday morning. We hire 1 to 2 cleaners a month. Now, your very first ad is free on Indeed. So you want to maximize what you can get out of this ad and run it as long as Indeed lets you run it. After your first ad is done, then they're going to tell you you need to sponsor your ad. So the first one they give you free because they want to hook you on their system and go, look, you just had 300 applications apply. That's amazing. And then your second ad, now you have to sponsor. So just keep that in mind and we'll start analyzing one of our ads here. Let's just start at the beginning. So we've got residential cleaners needed. I'm actually going to change that and I'm going to say house cleaners needed rather than residential because residential is a little too, I don't know, it's just too big. So just use house cleaners. It's fine. And I'm going to say 10 to 30 hours. That's because I want both people that are looking for part-time work and people that are looking for full-time. 30 hours is what we would say is like a full schedule. And we're going to say Monday to Friday, weekends as needed, day shift. We don't work evenings. This eliminates a lot of people that already have full-time jobs looking for a part-time evening gig. We're not the right fit for that. And then for benefits, you can go through all of these. And then here we go. Join our team at Oak Bay Clean is what our job description says. Who you are. So I start right away. Who you are. You're not just any cleaner. You're a pro who makes spaces sparkle. At Oak Bay Clean, your expertise is the backbone of our business. We find the best clients in town looking for the best cleaners. Then I go into who we are. Based in Victoria, BC, Oak Bay Clean is all about providing top-notch service with a modern touch. We use the latest tech and innovative marketing to make sure our team thrives. Our 200-plus reviews, averaging 4.9 stars, confirm that our models works, and it's not just our clients raving about us. Check out what our cleaners say on Indeed. You can get your cleaners to write reviews. And then top pay, earn 28 to 35 an hour with higher rates for specialized tasks. And then I specify move-in, move-outs, deep cleans, post-construction. Professional cleaners know that there's a big difference between standard cleans and post-construction, move-in, move-out, and deep cleans. So it is expected and normal that they get paid more for these much tougher jobs. So that's where that's in there. It's to speak to the professional cleaners. Transparent pay, flexible hours, open communication. All 4 of these perks are speaking directly to millennials, Gen Z, and a little bit Gen X in terms of generational differences for values. So for what people value at work, we're speaking directly to the majority of our applicants. Now, I'm not saying you can't be a boomer and be a great cleaner. You absolutely can be. But the majority of our cleaners are going to be of the younger demographic. And we know from the data and from research, they are very values-based. They want transparency, they want flexibility, they want open communication, and they want the best rates of pay in town. So we're speaking to exactly what they want. Not what I want them to want. It's what they want. Then I go into what we need, and you'll see here, it's pretty similar to all the other job ads. I just highlight, so I make it a little bolder the things that are pain points because we get so many people that apply that don't have their own transportation and don't have their own supplies. Their professional cleaners may be working for a different employer that provides those things. We are not that employer. And then here is the icing on the cake. Once you actually have a couple of cleaners working for you, get them to write you reviews on Indeed because then you can quote them. So we add this here. And then yada, 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 kickstart your career. We can't wait to welcome you aboard. And then see, Indeed tells you should add responsibilities. I'm like, no, you're totally wrong, Indeed. I'm ignoring that. I'm looking for people who already know what good cleaners do. But I will add these customized pre-screening questions. So you can have Indeed help you write these questions. And everybody who applies has to answer these questions. I've said how many years, and we need at least 1 year of residential cleaning experience. I'm actually going to change that to say house cleaning. This is for my ESO, and it is a deal breaker. So if they don't have a year experience, we won't work with them. You will be surprised how many people will click this who don't have house cleaning experience. So actually, I'm going to say paid house cleaning. So paid house cleaning experience, and that's a deal breaker. So volunteering, sorry, doesn't count. And then you have to be located in our city. And I know right now you're going to post your Indeed ad and you're going to get frustrated because you're going to have like half of your applicants will apply from other countries and you're not sponsoring people to move to your country. That's crazy. There are people working in your city already that are looking for you. So that's just not realistic for a house cleaning position. Hotels do recruit cleaners and bring them over. We're not a hotel. So we want people that are already here. And that is a deal breaker. And then finally, this is one that Indeed will say you can report this. So if it's an inappropriate question, they're allowed to report it. It's not, we've never had anybody report it. But the question is, do you have your own cleaning supplies, including vacuum, mop, and cleaning products? And again, you'll be surprised how many people will apply that don't have that. And then we want them to email us with their resume that will automatically go through Indeed. We give an option to include a resume. In this case, it's because a lot of professional cleaners don't have resumes. They've been cleaning their whole lives since they were a teenager. And so they've just never really needed a resume. So we do include it as an option, but they would have to write a cover letter, like something. You've got to give us, something, but it's not as formal as a resume. And then application updates will go to our email address. And then I would go to preview, just make sure it looks pretty. I do need to say this is too wordy. I'm going to try to add some white space. Let's see if that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So we've got a little bit of white space now in between those sentences. It's still probably too wordy. I'm okay with it for now. The main thing is that the perks are first and we talk about you first. So it's not us first, it's who you are. And I don't really love who makes spaces sparkle, but I do love you're a pro. So you're not just any cleaner, you're a pro. I can close the preview and I could then do confirm. Now, Indeed is going to ask me for my key qualifications. So these are things that are non-negotiables. So if they're going to show me resumes, I need to see cleaning. It's a must-have. It's not a nice to have. I need to see English. That is a must-have, at least basic English. And the skill needs to be residential cleaning. So not office cleaning or hotel cleaning. It's residential. Time management is nice to have. I'm actually going to delete this because this is silliness. A professional cleaner does have time management. So that's just a given. And then additional criteria are important to the role. I could put in all these other things, but I'm just going to leave it. Sometimes I find that Indeed will start giving me all these people that have totally different qualifications, but they're like, oh, but look at their time management. Like, no, I need professional cleaners. Here we go. And this is stand out with an urgently hiring label. So I always choose this one. They give you a daily average. It is nowhere near that. So I typically spend about $100 per cleaner. I post the ad on a Monday morning at 9 a.m. because that's when the majority of candidates are looking for jobs. They've had a weekend to think about it. By Monday morning, they're fired up. They're ready to start applying. So I'm going to post my job on Monday morning at 9 a.m. to capture as many candidates that are looking today as possible. By the end of the day, I will have already paused this ad. So I'll tell Indeed, run continuously, but I'm actually going to pause it by the end of the day. So they've said, okay, it'll be about $315 a week. It's not true at all. You could spend $3,000 on this ad if you let Indeed run it the way they want to run it. This little flag saying here, this appears because this is not our first ad. So if it's your first ad, run it as long as you can. If it's your second ad, control your budget. You only need 1 to 2 cleaners. You're going to get about 20 to 30 applicants if you post this on a Monday morning by about noon or 1 o'clock. Now, of course, that depends where you live, how big your city is, how many cleaners are out there looking for work. But on average, I would say that's a pretty good gauge of how many cleaners will apply. So I'm going to hit save and continue, and your job is ready to go. They're going to review it in the next few hours. You'll get an email when your job is posted and start receiving applications. People will start applying, and I'm going to start reviewing resumes the same day I've posted the ad. Awesome. We're done. So we will see you in the next video where we cover how to do your interviews. See you over there.